Good morning, everyone. I am Omkarza from class 10, and today I am here to deliver a speech on the topics of mathematics of class 10. That is, my first topic is trigonometry, and I am going to discuss on the topic. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics in which we study about the measurement of the angles and the problem allied with the angles. There are various ratios present in this chapter, that is trigonometric ratios, and in this chapter, first is sine theta. Sine theta can be sine theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse, and it can be written as sine theta, which is equals to p by h. Then second is cosine theta. Cosine theta is equals to base by hypotenuse, and it can be written as cos theta, which is equals to b by h. Third is tangent theta. Tangent theta is equals to perpendicular by base, and it can be written as tan theta, which is equals to p by b. Then fourth is cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is equals to hypotenuse by perpendicular, and it can be written as h by p. Then after this, fifth is secant theta. Secant theta is equals to hypotenuse by base, and it can be written as sec theta, which is equals to h by b. Then after this, the last one is cotangent theta. Cotangent theta is equals to base by perpendicular, and it can be written as cot theta, which is equals to b by p. Then after all of these six trigonometric ratios are basic building blocks of trigonometry, and it is very important for this chapter to solve the problems based on trigonometry. Then now we are going to understand the reciprocal relation of cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. The reciprocal relation of cosec theta is equals to 1 by sin theta. The reciprocal relation of sec theta is equals to 1 by cos theta, and the reciprocal relation of cot theta is equals to 1 by tan theta. Tan theta is equals to sin theta by cos theta. Cot theta is equals to cos theta by sin theta, and tan theta into cot theta equals to 1. Now we are going to discuss the three fundamental trigonometric identities, which are very useful to prove the trigonometric identities, and we can also use it for the simplifying trigonometric expressions. So first is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Then 1 plus tan square theta is equals to sec square theta, and last one is 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. It can be also written in various forms like 1 minus cos square theta is equals to sin square theta, 1 minus cos square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta is equals to sin square theta, and 1 minus sin square theta is equals to cos square theta. Now we are in the triangle. The trigonometric ratios does not depend on the size of the triangle. It depends only on the angle of the triangle. Now we are going to discuss the values of the trigonometric ratios at some specific or particular angles like 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. So first of all, sin theta. Sin theta at 0 degree is 0. Sin theta at 30 degree 1 by 2. Sin theta at 45 degree 1 by root 2. Sin theta at 60 degree is equals to root 3 by 2. And sin theta at 90 degree it is 1. Then after this, cos theta. Cos theta at 0 degree is 1. Cos theta at 30 degree is root 3 by 2. Cos theta at 45 degree is 1 by root 2. Cos theta at 60 degree is 1 by root 2, and cos theta at 90 degree is 0. Now tan theta. Tan theta at 0 degree is 0. Tan theta at 30 degree is 1 by root 2. Tan theta at 45 degree is 1. Tan theta at 60 degree is root 3. Tan theta at 90 degree is not defined. Then after this, cosec theta. Cosec theta at 0 degree. Cosec theta at 0 degree is cosec theta at 0 degree is not defined. Cosec theta at 30 degree is 2. Cosec theta at 45 degree is root 2. Cosec theta at 60 degree is 2 by root 3, and cosec theta at 90 degree is 1. Then after this, sec theta. Sec theta at 0 degrees 1, sec theta at 30 degrees 2 by root 3, and sec theta at 45 degrees root 2, and sec theta at 60 degrees 2, and sec theta at 90 degrees not defined. Then after this, the last one is cot theta. Cot theta at 0 degree is not defined. Cot theta at 30 degree is 1 by root 3. Cot theta at 0 degree is not defined. Cot theta at 30 degree is at root 3, and cot theta at 45 degree is 1. Cot theta at 60 degree is 1 by root 3, and cot theta at 90 degree is 0. Now we are going to discuss the last part of this chapter, that is height and distances. In this chapter, there are two main and important topics are present, that is angle of elevation and angle of depression. Through this chapter, we can solve the real life problems like measuring the height of the towers, like measuring depth of the sea, and etc. Firstly, we will discuss about the line of sight. Line of sight, when we look at any particular object, then the line formed from that object to our eye, it is called as line of sight. Then after this, the first main topic is angle of elevation. Angle of elevation, the angle formed when we look at any particular object. When we look any particular object in upward direction, then the angle formed between the object and the ground, it is called as angle of elevation. Then after this, angle of depression. Angle of depression can be defined as when we look at downward direction, then when we look downward direction at any particular object, then the angle formed between the object and the ground, it is called as angle of depression. Now we are going to move to the second topic of our chapter, that is polynomials. Polynomials can be defined as an algebraic expression contain one or more terms, and each terms is the combination of constants and variables, which is non-negative integer exponents for the variables. This is called as polynomials. For example, 3x plus 5. The degree of this polynomial is 1. Degree can be defined as the highest power of any polynomial is called as degree. Now for an expression to be polynomial, it is important that the power of the variable should not be negative, the power of variable should not be fractional, the power of variable should not be irrational. Then it could be said as polynomial. Now we are going to discuss the types of polynomials on the basis of degrees. As we have already discussed about the degrees, what is degrees? That is the highest power of the polynomials. So on the basis of it, the polynomial is classified into various types. That is, first is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial is a type of polynomial in which the degree of the polynomial is 1. It is called as linear polynomial. For example, 9x plus 2, it is a linear polynomial because the highest power of this polynomial is 1. The zeros of the linear polynomial is 1, is equals to 1. Now we are going to discuss the second type of the polynomial, that is quadratic polynomial. The type of polynomial having degree 2 is called as quadratic polynomial. For example, 2x square plus 3x plus 5, it is a quadratic polynomial because the highest power of this polynomial is 2. The zeros of this polynomial is at most 2, that is the maximum zeros of the quadratic polynomial will be maximum 2. Now we are going to discuss about the third type of the polynomial, that is cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial is a type of polynomial in which the degree is equals to 3 is called as cubic polynomial. For example, 3x cube plus 2x square plus 3x plus 9. The highest power of this polynomial is 3. So we can show that we can say that this polynomial is cubic polynomial. The at most zeros of the cubic polynomial will be 3. That is the maximum zeros of the cubic polynomial will be 3, not less than 3. sorry, not more than 3, it can be less than 3. Now we are going to discuss about the biquadratic polynomial. The type of polynomial in which the degree of the polynomial is 4 is called as biquadratic polynomial. For example, 4x to the power 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x squared plus 5x plus 9. The highest power of this polynomial is 4, so we can say that this polynomial is a biquadratic polynomial. Now we are going to discuss about the zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial can be defined as the value of the x which satisfies the equation of the polynomial. It means that the value of the x which makes the equation equals to 0 is called as zeros of the polynomial. Now we are going to discuss about the constant polynomial. Constant polynomial is a type of polynomial having degree is equals to 0. It is called as constant polynomial. For example, 3, 4, 5, etc. are the type of constant polynomial. Now we are going to discuss about zero polynomial. Zero polynomial is only a zero polynomial is only 0. Now we are going to discuss about the third topic of our book, that is linear equation in two variables. Linear equation in two variables can be defined as the type of mathematical equation which is in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Here a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is constant. Now let's understand about the solutions of the let's understand about the solution of the linear equation in two variables. That is the pair of two solutions that satisfy the equation of the linear equation is called as solution of that linear equation in two variables. Here the point to be noted that in the general form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, the coefficient of x, that is a, and the coefficient of y, that is b, should not be equals to 0, and the abc, all these belongs to the real number. Now we are going to discuss about the geometrical representation of the linear equation in two variables. That is the type of value that corresponds on the x-axis. It is the zeros of that polynomial equation. And now we are going to understand about the general form of the linear equation and the three cases through which we can get the solution of the linear equation by graphical method. That is, if we have two equations, that is a1 plus x1 plus b1 plus y1 plus c1 equals to 0, and second equation is a2 plus x2 plus b2 plus y2 plus c2 equals to 0, then a1 by a2 will not be equals to b1 by b2. Then this will form intersecting line on the graphs. That is, it will have consistent solutions, and their line will be intersecting. Then after this, the second case is a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 plus equals to c1 by c2. This case will give infinitely many solutions, and the line will be parallel, and the solution will be consistent. After this, the last case is a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2. This case will give no solutions, and the lines on the graph will be coincident, and the case of the providing of equal values in each case, this will give coincident line. Now we are going to discuss about the quadratic equations. That is, quadratic equation is also a type of mathematical equation in the form of ax squared plus bx plus ax squared plus bx plus y, and it is equals to 0. It is a type of quadratic equation, and in this the a will be the coefficient of x square, and b will be the coefficient of x, and c will be the y will be the any real number. Now we are going to discuss about the cases of the quadratic equation, that is the discriminant. If it will be greater than 0, then the real and unequal roots will be formed, that is minus b by under root d is equals to 2a. Then after this, second is if the d will be equals to 0, then the real and equal roots will be formed, and third case is minus d. If the d will be lesser than 0, then the zeros will be no real roots will be formed. Thank you.